Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hawks Latest, your number one source for news, updates, rumors, opinions, and you guessed it, the latest and the greatest regarding the Atlanta Hawks. I'm your host, Zach Langley, aka Langley ATL, and today we've got a packed episode. So, we're going to be wrapping up Summer League action with a look at the Hawks' final matchup against the Boston Celtics, where an undermanned Atlanta squad suffered their only loss of the summer. They dropped to 4-1. It's been fun covering Summer League over the past week or so. It unfortunately came to a close last night, and so we're going to have a period where it's between Summer League and training camp. We're going to talk about a lot of rumors and stuff. It's going to be entertaining, so just stick with me. We're gonna make something out of nothing. We're then going to spotlight standout performer Kobe Johnson, the younger brother of Jalen Johnson, who had a great last 3 games of Summer League. We're going to break down the emerging core of Asa Newell and Kobe Buffkin and talk about the recognition they actually got for their play in Summer League. And then we're going to close with some recent headlines involving Trey Young and former career role player Iman Shumpert. So we've got a lot to talk about, and without further ado, let's get started and discuss how the Atlanta Hawks closed out their Summer League campaign on Sunday night in disappointing fashion, although there weren't really super high expectations given the circumstances for Atlanta. They fell 101 to 80 against the Boston Celtics at the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas. The game was lopsided from the jump, and this comes as no surprise. The Celtics launched a staggering 52 three-point attempts. They were they play exactly like the Boston Celtics in real life. They're getting them, used to Joe Mazzulla's just absolute, raining threes mentality. They connected on 19 of them. Definitely lethal from beyond the arc. Atlanta didn't have much of an answer for that. It was a barrage that Atlanta simply couldn't counter. But to be fair, this was not the same Hawks team that we had seen go 4-0 over the week. They were without all of their best players, and this is why I say this, a loss like this was no surprise. So Kobe Buffkin, the team's leading scorer and really leader of the team, Asa Newell, Jacob Toppin, Nikola Jurisic, and Eli Njai, they were all out. And the guys that remained out, like Lamont Butler and Josh Christopher and all of them who didn't ever suit up, they were out. It's kind of frustrating that Lamont Butler didn't ever suit up because I was definitely excited coming into Summer League to see him suit up. I really liked his game at Kentucky, and I wanted to see what he would do for our Summer League squad. I actually wrote an article about him, and then he just never suited up. So that was definitely disappointing. But the group that I just listed, the Buffkin, Newell, Jurisic, and Jaya, they were all crucial in Atlanta picking up 4 wins in Summer League and still somehow not making the playoffs. But their absence was deeply felt last night, especially in terms of offensive flow and defensive structure. All of these guys were great two-way guys, and their presence was missed for sure. So most notably, though, Kobe Buffkin's absence really stood out. He has made strides as the leader of that team. He was definitely someone that was the Hawks floor general. He's entering his 3rd year, and he was a first-round pick. So I mean, there was some real expectations there. And while he was kind of inefficient, he definitely was someone who Atlanta needed. The team really lacked cohesion and spacing, and they often settled for tough shots or rush possessions, which comes as no surprise without your true floor general. His offensive game was really missed. It was a tough way to end what had been a very promising run in Vegas. The Hawks went 4-0, and then they lost that last game. Still, though, going 4-1 is very good. It showed flashes of elite two-way potential in this young core, and it's something that they can build on. I love the resiliency they showed over Summer League. I feel like they grew a lot as a team in closing out games, so I definitely will be looking forward to Summer League next year. Hopefully, Kobe Buffkin graduates from Summer League, and I think he will after he has a healthy season this year, which is hopefully what will happen. So now we're going to talk a little bit about specifically one player in Summer League that really stood out over the last 3 games. And while most of the roster did struggle against Boston, those who played, one player who did not struggle was Kobe Johnson. Johnson hasn't struggled in a minute. He looked a little... He didn't really play that much in that first Summer League game, so I can't really blame the low box score stats on him, really. But in this last game, the rookie guard / forward put up 14.6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals, leading the Hawks in scoring and really showing a relentless motor on both ends. So through his final 3 Summer League games, Johnson averaged 11.3 points, 5.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 1.7 steals. What really stood out the most is he shot 57% from the field and 38% from deep. Very efficient numbers. He's definitely had questions about his offensive game, and I guess that's probably why he didn't get drafted. But, through Summer League, he showed that he has real offensive potential. Those are impressive numbers. Especially when paired with what the eye test shows. He's got real two-way potential. I definitely like what Kobe Johnson has really, showed. I liked his tape in college, and I loved what he provided in Summer League. Anchored by his defensive intensity, that was his major trait. But I think what really stood out is just how reliable he was on offense. He really was one of the best defenders in the entire conference when he played in college for 4 years. Unfortunately for Johnson, though, Atlanta's 3 two-way contracts are already full. They have signed Eli Njai. They also had Keaton Wallace, who was surprisingly still a two-way. And then, with that last spot, they have Jacob Toppin, who was more of a Summer League standout. So it just didn't work out for him to be really on the main roster this year. But that also means he's because Atlanta does have one roster spot remaining. It definitely won't go to Kobe Johnson because he's not in that type of situation yet. But he's someone that should at least remain on Atlanta's radar. Don't be surprised if he finds his way into College Park this season, and given that he's Jalen Johnson's brother. Really, I think a good season in College Park could do wonders for a guy like Kobe Johnson. And maybe, just maybe, if he gets those real developmental reps, he could potentially earn a two-way next season. I definitely think that's like the goal for the franchise. I think they do view him as a valuable piece. It's just definitely not going to work out with the roster this year, especially given that all the two-ways are now full. This is someone to keep an eye out for potentially a two-way contract next year, and I think Atlanta would be smart to just watch his development closely this year in College Park. And if he can really stand out, the Hawks are, the College Park Skyhawks are going to be really entertaining next year. I'm definitely going to go catch several games because they're going to have guys like Keaton Wallace and then probably Kobe Johnson. And then, it won't be Jurisic now because he's not on a two-way, but then, Jacob Toppin and Eli Njai. It's going to be an entertaining team. So, along with the Atlanta Hawks, we're also going to be keeping up with the Skyhawks here just because, this is where the future is. They have a great developmental program, and it's worked out so far. So, this kid belongs on an NBA radar. So, keep an eye on Kobe Johnson going forward. So, now we're going to talk about two guys that have kind of been catching a lot of attention recently in the mainstream NBA media. So, according to Hoops Hype's global rating system, Asa Newell, the Hawks rookie that was drafted 21st overall in the trade with the New Orleans Pelicans, and Kobe Buffkin, the third-year guard, both ranked among the top 15 players in all of Summer League. Definitely a high ranking. Newell landed at 11, and Buffkin landed at 14. And remarkably, what really stands out about this is both of them, they were the only players in the top 15 under the age of 22. Which sounds a little crazy because this is Summer League. This is where the young guys, the rookies, go to really stand out. Everyone in that top 15 other than Buffkin and Newell were over the age of 22. They were 23, 24, 25. That's a huge endorsement for the Hawks front office, which bet on their upside. Most of the performers, like I said, were older rookies or returning Summer League veterans, not guys fresh off of the college court. And while Buffkin is still 3 years removed, he only has played in a select number of NBA games just due to his health. So, I wouldn't consider him really I'd honestly consider him probably a second-year player. Buffkin was a bit inconsistent shooting the ball, but looks completely in control of the pace. And that's all you really want to see from a guy like Buffkin, who's going into a critical season for his future in Atlanta. He orchestrated the offense like a seasoned pro. Newell, meanwhile, showed elite defensive instincts. Everything we wanted to see from Newell, all the question marks we had, he showed, and he looked like they were good. He definitely was very impactful on both ends. He altered shots, he switched onto multiple positions, and he flashed enough offense in what we needed to see to hint at long-term versatility. As a rim runner, as a three-point shooter, as a ball handler, he showed us all types of strengths. So whether or not either of them gets full-time rotation minutes this season, it's still up in the air. But from what we saw this summer, both should strongly be in consideration for immediate second-unit roles as the regular season approaches. I don't know who's going to be the backup four between Newell and Gay. They might play both. They might play Newell as that third big. I definitely think they view him more as a power forward, and so do they with Gay. So they'll probably be competing for that backup four spot. And then Kobe Buffkin, it's unclear how much he's going to play because I know they do trust Luke Kennard kind of at that backup one. He's an underrated playmaker that is going to get a lot of backup point guard reps. They also have E. Krejci and then Dyson Daniels, who could play some second unit point guard. So I don't really know how much Kobe Buffkin's going to play, but it's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, both of these guys have some real potential, especially Newell, but I'm hoping that Kobe Buffkin pans out because I like the guy. I like his game. So now let's pivot to a bit of off-court drama, and this is how we're going to kind of end the show, involving Hawks star Trey Young, who we all know and love. Former NBA guard and ESPN analyst, former NBA role player, Iman Shumpert, recently decided to go on ESPN and make some striking comments about Young's game. He questioned his ability to guard bigger players and switch on to fives in late game situations. So Shumpert said, Trey Young, statistically, I get it, but at 6'3", it's tough to say. Can he switch onto a five at the end of the game? Can he guard a bigger guard? Can he make a two-guard a scoring champion? That was his full quote. And then Trey actually clapped back under a post about the quote, pointing out how he dominated Shumpert when they played. And he added, I could keep going. No hate this way, though. So he definitely, it's the latest example of just how Young is routinely held to higher standards than his peers. I mean, why are they asking Trey Young to guard fives at the end of the game, to switch on to fives? There are very few point guards who can do that. I mean, surely guys like, if they're making a comment like this, surely guys like Luka Doncic, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson can all do that. All three guys that they consider elite and some of the best point guards in the NBA. I don't know. Trey is just held to these higher standards, especially by ESPN. It's getting a little ridiculous. There are very few point guards in the league who can do the stuff that Iman Shumpert is demanding. None of them are expected to do it at 6'1", while also averaging 10 assists a game, 10, 11 assists a game. More importantly, the thing that Iman Shumpert said about can Trey Young make someone a scoring champion, he makes his teammates better. He has his entire career. I mean, some of the two guards that he's played alongside, let's think about it. DeJounte Murray. DeJounte posted career highs in scoring next to Trey. Even though it was kind of an awkward fit in the backcourt, DeJounte had his best scoring years alongside Trey. He made him the best scorer he's ever been. His efficiency was also at a career high. Dyson Daniels last year won Most Improved Player next to him. I don't understand the narrative that Trey Young does not make his teammates better, especially two guards. Dyson went from 5 points a game to 14 points a game next to Trey Young. Every big man Trey Young's also played with, from Clint Capella to John Collins to Onyeka Okongwu to even back to guys like Alex Len and Dwayne Dedmon, they've all benefited from his elite playmaking. They've all had career seasons next to him. So the disrespect, especially from the mainstream media, is getting a little bit old. And I think these guys are getting a little bored when it comes to, the offseason, just because of how bought in Trey Young is with this team and how much he is committed to Atlanta. It defeats all of their narratives that they've been pushing for several seasons, trying to get him out of the city. That hasn't worked. So now they're once again pivoting to, bashing his game and saying that he can't win. Just wait for the great switch up mid-season when the Hawks are the second or third seed at the trade deadline. And then they're going to start saying, oh, Trey Young finally started embracing a leader role, finally started passing. You're about to hear some crazy things, but just stay on that side. So the summer chapter has closed. Next up, we do turn our eyes toward turn our eyes towards training camp and preseason. So the Hawks have a young, intriguing core with plenty of upside, and competition for rotation spots will be fierce. We're going to be covering it all here, every development here on Hawks Latest. So if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. Despite this, probably being the driest part of the offseason coming up, we are still going to pump out these videos every single day, just keeping you guys updated and informed with the latest and the greatest regarding the Atlanta Hawks. So thank you guys for watching once again. I'm Zach Langley, aka Langley ATL, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Hawks.